Aloha everyone, what is really good my dudes? Today is May 9th, 2022, we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the return of Mental Health Week, which focuses on mental health awareness by supporting charities through in-game cosmetic purchases. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video, let's go!
Jagex is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, before we jump into the charity, it's very important to note to take a look at the schedule because there is going to be some 30-minute downtime periodically throughout the month. As you can see here are the dates and in-game times that you can expect these downtimes and what impacts they have for the duration. These downtimes are expected to be about 30 minutes, so plan your playtimes accordingly. If you're already in-game during any of the maintenance impacting login or world hopping, you should be able to continue playing with no impact. However, it is advised to avoid doing risky activity just to be safe. So once again, do note down these times and dates and know that you won't be able to do certain activities for the duration of the maintenance. Having said that, let's take a look at the charity for Mental Health Awareness Week. Once again, Jagex is teaming up with its partners, CPSL Mind and Rad, who specifically focus on mental health. There are several things for purchase with Runecoins that give cosmetics and other goodies. Here's a list of the various things you can purchase with your Runecoins, both new bundles as well as returning cosmetics from previous mental health awareness weeks. Do note that any of these purchases, all the proceeds, go to Jagex's charity partners. So it's a good opportunity to put your Runecoins to a good cause. And maybe you can get your hands on some cosmetics that you had your eye out for and hadn't had the chance to get a hold of. Anyways, that's it. That's pretty straightforward for Mental Health Awareness Week. If you're familiar with previous years, you know what to expect. But we're going to now shift on over to the patch notes and see what's been changed with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. Starting off with the recent fletching and fire making update, they fixed an issue where switching the inventory slot for the dinosaur during feeding activity caused the player to disconnect. When a baby Rex uses a mystical tree, the teleporting vines are now invisible if the baby Rex is also invisible. If you have an augmented cinderbox equipped, prehistoric pottery tins accidental fire making methods now benefit from the typical fire making XP bonuses. Given the amount of running involved, they've changed the token XP when feeding the baby dinos from farming to agility XP. And they corrected an issue where a free sample of dino farm teleports received on first login were destroyed if logging back in to the broken home item restricted instance. Moving on to some other changes, the necklace of Salamancy is no longer lost on death, increased the chances for lore drops from skilling stations in Aya when a lorehound pet is summoned, added the Elder God Wars season to the series quest list, adapted the quest lists Majorat, Return of the Gods, and Sliske's Endgame series into seasons. Seasons in the series quest list now have an alternate heading color to differentiate them. Added a Violet is Blue quest series, and added missing quests to the Gnome, Fremnik, and Tales of the Ark quest series. And instead of area, new and returning players now default to the Timeline quest list sort. The default player model setting can now be toggled in the graphics option interface. There's now clearer messaging given to players who haven't started Sins of the Father after completing Extinction when trying to enter the Effigy Incubator laboratory. Players can no longer descend down the winches around the Varrock dig site during Battle of the Monolith. The retro fishing wax skin top no longer has a gap in the model when wielding the Egg Smasher hammer. Wearing fox ears or similar items no longer causes the long curtain haircut textures to stretch. Woodland fox ears no longer use tiara versions of hair. The hands of the female player character no longer appear stretched when using the Bastion of Fortitude plate body. Music boxes are no longer placeable in the wilderness. Fixed an issue preventing the Lost Toys mini quest being incompletable after dying in the wilderness. Players who are currently stuck can speak to Lex to continue. The Wicked Hood and Heated Flask animations now cancel when the player moves. And players are no longer told that they cannot play Treasure Hunter when leaving an active dungeoneering dungeon. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there to check them out. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.